So although that you're viewed as a really expensive, you're also seen as a high quality place. That's good.
So after you calculated the numbers, 72.5% of people believe that Weston Nurseries is high quality.
So we did the competitive analysis, and as you know, the other garden centers that we went to research prices and get other information for were Cataldo's, Jones Farm, Agway, Mahoney's, and the big box stores. So according to that, the pricing, we looked at all the prices. We got information by going through the stores themselves, looking at their websites online, and like using some other resources. And we found out that generally the prices are similar. Other than the box stores are cheaper, as they probably should be, but everything else, all the garden centers, the prices are generally similar. It's just a negative connotation of being more expensive. But as you can, like 69% of the people that took the survey think it's more expensive, as you saw in the survey. But 37% also perceive it to be higher quality. So that's like the image that you have, as they mentioned before. High quality, so that's why it's expensive. But I think that you're trying to get rid of that image. You're trying to, you want to get rid of the expensive connotation that's present. And location-wise, so the location, commercially, it's a little out of the way. It's more similar to Agway in that respect. It's kind of, you have to make it a destination point. If you're going to go buy flowers, you actually have to go to you have to make a plan to go to the nursery. It's not like Mahoney's where, you drive by, there's a lot of potential customers, a lot of potential traffic, and you can just go buy flowers. But otherwise, it's kind of out of the way. One plus point that you definitely do have is that you guys are on the Westford-Chelmsford border. So there are some Westford residents that would potentially be able to be potentially catered to
or garden centers. So we found that the rewards programs are similar to the other smaller garden centers in the policy of the point system, rewarding points the more you spend, as well as the points carrying over the value is about the same. We found that one or two were gave you more value, and then another was gave you less value, so it was average out.
So we're going to start off with marketing recommendations, and I mean, the main purpose of this that we're doing right now isn't necessarily putting all of our resources or thought into traditional marketing options, but they of course still exist because they're tried and true methods. And as you saw in the survey, the two most popular radio stations, at least among our respondents, were WXCS, which is KISS 108, and WBZ Youth Radio, which is 10:30 a.m. And so I don't know what type of interest you have in using the radio, but it's a very popular source for people. I mean, it's not the cutting edge, but everybody listens to the radio in their car. All right, and so sort of the biggest thing, at least I took away, and I'm sure my colleagues feel the same way, is that the perception is out there that you guys are the high cost but high quality vendor. And what we really want to do is to be able to change that perception to your advantage. And based on our pricing comparison, it's really not based in fact, this perception. I mean, I know you were saying earlier that you sell a lot of goods that are just by nature going to be more expensive. But if someone's going for just sort of a more average of regular goods, I would say Weston Nurseries is not very different from any other garden center in the area. And so, sort of to combat this, we are suggesting some type of price matching system. And basically, all this would do is just if somebody says, someone sees an advertisement for roses or something like that at Mahoney's, they could come to Weston Nurseries and you guys would say, oh, you know what, we'll offer you that same product for the same price because we value the relationship that could come from this. It's showing that you're not just a business that's out to make money, you're a business that's out to make relationships and to sort of positively interact with your customers. And it just it demonstrates how willing you are and how caring you are for their business.
Another thing we were thinking of is kind of a spring festival. We were thinking along the lines of, I'm sure you were there at the tree lighting and that you handed out coupons and everything. And like the 4th of July booths in the center.
How we can use the space to generate more foot traffic and thus more customers. So today we do have ideas on things you could do with the space that would be useful to Weston Nurseries, but we also have ideas on how you can use the space as a marketing thing.
So essentially, let people know about the space, that they can come in. Because I know I had no idea that Weston Nurseries had this place.
As Jeff mentioned, we know you guys aren't in the growing business too much, but we think that you could potentially open up free space at Western Nurseries to different agricultural groups, something that people look for. And we thought that maybe you could use this idea of a coffee shop. You could change, one of the free places you have, free spaces you have inside, to be kind of like a small, coffee shop cafe thing. And we thought that if you wanted to, you could advertise this on your website. We know that Jones Farm, they do this. They have like this thing where like they kind of have like an entire page just dedicated to their little coffee shop. And they're basically just saying like, oh, we got free Wi-Fi, we have hot shop and all that stuff. Come by and check it out.
Yeah, we're just looking at what other local garden centers do to attract customers.